working. Welcome back to the Average Joe Show. I'm Amy.
I'm Sam.
And today...
We switch spots.
Yeah.
Hayden's here too.
Yeah.
Hey, good morning, sleepyhead. Get out of the bed.
It's time to wake up.
It's wake up time.
Wakey, 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 wakey. It's time for the podcast. Come on, wake up. Today, we're making the Avengers into not just Green Lanterns, but all the other lanterns. Whoa.
Yep.
We'll explain what that means after this
Okay.
intro.
So, Amy, what you drinking today?
I got a Heartbreaker from Swig. The
Nice.
Huge.
Amy, you have like 15 Huges.
Yeah.
My Huge being my green apple Mountain Dew, whatever it is with a bunch of stuff. Queen Bee from Fizz.
Yeah.
It's actually called the Drama Queen. You idiots.
Yeah. Duped. You duped them.
Get wrecked.
So I got a drink too. It's
Oh my gosh.
it's a mountain.
We're talking about drinks, and I got a drink too. You're not gonna believe what it is.
It's something I can drink.
Quench my thirst.
Oh, it's too late to start recording, guys. I got a Mountain Dew with blue raspberry, cherry, and coconut cream. It's supposed to be like a Rocket Pop, but Mountain Dew.
Mm-hmm.
And
It's pretty good.
yeah, it's sort of like Hayden's drink.
Whoa.
It's the official dew flavor of Mountain Dew Summer Freeze, which is just Rocket Pop flavor, but it's pretty much just blue raspberry.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Blue raspberry.
Yeah, I actually really like that one. I want to get it again. There's not a lot of places that have it
Yeah.
here in town.
Yeah.
So that's why I got it made at Swig. Do you like my green? It's Will Smith.
Will Smith?
Yeah, green is for those who have Will Smith in them.
I mean, I guess.
Like blue is those who have hope. Indigo is those who have passion in them. Green is who have Will Smith in them. So, guys, there's a thing. I should not fiddle with this. There's a thing in the DC universe. It's called the Lanterns, the Lantern Power Rings. And they consist of all the colors of the rainbow spectrum. You got your reds, you got your orange, you got your yellows, you got your greens, you got your
I like
blues,
how you have to look at the notes
your
to know what
indigos,
colors.
and your violets. Not your purples, because it's Roy G. Biv, not Roy G. Pip. Bip.
Oh my gosh. Bruh.
Don't do that, Amy.
Restarts it midway through.
So I just sort of want to. So what the plan? So the plan today is to take like a few characters from the Marvel universe. Like we're gonna do like MCU because we know that the best. We might.
And we know that you know that that's the best. No.
the general public know the MCU better than the comics. We might incorporate comic stuff just because.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know much about the comics, but we'll see.
Yeah. We'll go through that list as we won't go through a list. Well, we have a list, but we won't like tell you what the list is. We're just gonna go one by one and just like.
I'm sure you know what the list is.
Yeah, you'll know. You'll know. As I lower my glasses at them and like peer over at the mic, you'll know.
Michael.
Yeah.
What? Do it. My hand was. Oh,
Yeah.
shaking in her boots.
So, I'm just going to do a quick little run through of some of the rings, and then we can get into it. And, like, there's some cool people in the comics who have had some of these rings. But, yeah. So, we'll start off with the most popular, and that is the Green Lantern. It is powered by the user's willpower. What does that mean, Amy? 100% body, 100% skill, 100% out-of-body experiences with will.
Will Smith.
Yeah, we don't need to. I don't like that line at all.
It's
Willpower, you know? What does that mean, Amy?
when you care about. It's the opposite of I don't care.
Let me search up an actual definition of the word will.
Smith.
So willpower.
I did define, and one of them was define gaslighting. I have a feeling if I click on it, I'm just gonna be gaslit. Just them being like, you already know what that means.
Yeah,
you know what the definition is.
So
I already told you what it was. I'm sorry. Keep going.
So, the people the people part of the Green Lantern Corps, they have a ring that is green, of course, and what fuels its energy is the user's willpower, which is like the power to restrain yourself from doing stuff, from like being like, you know, I like usually you use that with like bad habits and whatever and like that. Like if you have good willpower, you are able to like abstain from something. That's like an example that I found on Google. But yeah, that's the biggest person in the DC universe to use that is the Green Lantern, Hal Jordan.
And John Stewart. And a bunch of other people.
Yeah, but like the most prominent one is Hal Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's known better by the common. Wow, I was about to say the Commonwealth, by the general public.
Hey guys, you remember that guy Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
He's Hal Jordan. Whoa.
Not Deadpool. Don't think of Deadpool. The green one. Think of the green one.
That the green one plays.
The next most popular one is the Yellow Lantern, otherwise known as the Sinestro Corps.
Ooh!
Which their power is fueled through fear.
Through peer pressure.
So the most prominent person is Sinestro. He's the main villain of Green Lantern.
It's named after him, the Sinestro Corps?
Yeah.
Whoa.
There's a particular person who has had the Yellow Lantern ring, which is pretty cool. Let me find that for you.
I know who it is.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Superman has had it.
Yeah.
Which
is interesting. I think he would have a Blue Lantern wing.
Yeah, because he's Hope. We will get into that later. But the most popular person, I think, that has had a Yellow Lantern ring that is not Sinestro is probably Batman. Batman has gotten yellow ring of fear before because he's the embodiment of fear because he's a bat.
He's the knight.
He is Gotham.
I am
He is
vengeance.
He is a bat. But yeah. So it's not like somebody who is fearful. It's somebody who brings fear.
Mm-hmm. I think any of these, it's like any kind of thing.
Okay.
So, like someone who is fearful or like that brings fear. I think it can go either way with some of these, but probably not all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know how you would be a Green Lantern and be willful, but then also give will.
Mm-hmm. You're giving will.
A slap.
No, he's giving it. So
Chris Rock is gonna have his revenge.
Yeah. What's funny about yellow lanterns is that because they're yellow and they are extremely powerful against green lanterns because green lanterns are powerless against the color yellow. Not fear, but the color yellow.
Mm-hmm.
So,
anyways, next color.
Our next color and the next prominent one is red, which is the embodiment of rage.
The boys!
Which the main ones are Atrocitus. He's like the leader of the bunch. You know him well.
Boy.
He's from Injustice 2, and he's here to kick some tail. Also, there's a cat. I can't remember what the cat's name is.
Dexstar.
Yeah, Dexstar. Those two are just, they're very ferocious beings who are just not very happy with the world. They're like, I hate you. And they spit blood on you.
Yeah. Atrocitus' whole thing is like, he kind of reminds me of Drax, but the bad ending.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like, my family's slaughtered and now I'm angry.
Mm-hmm. Same with Dexstar. Dexstar's owner was brutally killed. And then
Dexstar was just simple cat, and then he watched his owner die, and then the people that killed her threw him over a bridge.
Yeah, threw Dexstar
and
over a bridge.
He was angry.
Yeah, through the power of anger, he got a Red Lantern ring.
Dexstar's a good boy, though. I love him.
Another person who in the comics who's had the Red Lantern ring is Supergirl, which is interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting information from Sideshow.com. Thanks. Lobo. Everybody knows Lobo. That one guy from the comics.
Yeah, like what we talked about last week.
Mm-hmm. He pushes her too far, and she refused to get pushed any further and lashes out in a display of extreme brutality. And in this moment, Supergirl is overcome with unbridled rage, and from across the universe, a Red Lantern ring finds her and calls to her. Then her powerful bloodlust becomes unstoppable. A legion of Green Lanterns can hardly slow her down, as she has the powers of both Kryptonian and Blood Red Lantern.
Red Bull. That's what you were gonna say.
Yeah, the power of Red Bull. It gave her wings. She could already fly. Did nothing for her.
When Red Bull doesn't give you wings, it gives you anger.
Yeah.
Oof.
There's another one that I know a little bit more about is the Blue Lanterns. Blue Lanterns are Blue Lanterns are controlled or are fueled by hope. Wow. And they are known as the most powerful group,
out of all the lanterns.
Out of all the lanterns, they're the most powerful by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, let's yeah. So according to hobbylark.com, the Blue Lantern's power rings are fueled by hope, technically the most powerful shade of the emotional spectrum. The Blue Lantern rings can perform great feats. They're able to reignite stars, inspire hope and calm in the masses, Fire powerful blast and cure the taint of rage from red lanterns, which I don't think any lantern can really do.
I think it's similar. I think it's similar to how green lanterns are weak to yellow lanterns. Like, it's similar to that. Just how red lanterns are weak to blue ones.
Well, and also red lanterns, so the red lanterns, they puke their red juice on them. I think it's actually blood.
Kool-Aid?
Yeah. I think it actually could be blood, which is gross.
I remember I looked it up like many years ago, like in high school. But obviously I can't remember.
But like I guess the only thing that can
keep weeding.
Yeah, so I was looking where I was at.
Oh.
But I guess the blue lanterns are the only ones that can like remove that like effect from the puke.
Your throw up doesn't affect me.
No.
Dude, red lanterns are like the people that like puke first, that makes everyone else puke, and like the blue lanterns are the only ones that like aren't affected by it. They're like, oh great, I gotta clean all this up.
So what's interesting about a blue lantern is that a blue lantern can strengthen a green lantern and constantly give it more energy, because you have to like recharge your ring or whatever in your big old lantern. That you have to constantly recharge your ring over time. And blue lanterns are able to provide that.
Makes sense. I feel like giving someone hope also gives them a will to do something.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm sure stuff like the lanterns go hand in hand with one another. Like they can help each other out.
Here's a thing. Blue lanterns are only at its most powerful when it's close to a green lantern, or it's like pretty weak.
Nice.
So let's move on to another one. We'll talk about orange. You know what's great about the orange lanterns? You know how I said earlier, I just said orange lantern when I was reading it off? It's because there's only one person who has ever had the orange lantern.
Yeah, because he's selfish.
Yeah. So orange is the color of greed, and the guy who has that one orange lantern has like 6 or 7 rings.
But you said who won the lantern?
No.
Who won the ring?
Come on, where's that picture?
Oh my gosh, my stomach keeps gurgling.
Oh, that's his name. So there's one orange lantern. His name is Larfleeze. That's a terrible name. He can like project other like beings. Like he can project other avatars that he can control.
Like he can
like
duplicate
orange.
himself, or like.
So he can like project like other beings.
Ah. It's all an illusion.
But like his whole deal is that he has like, I don't know, he has a lot of rings, like 15 of them, and they're all on his fingers. And because he's so greedy, that's why he doesn't give them out.
Yeah.
I don't know how strong he is.
I mean, if he's got like 15 rings.
Well, he's like it says strengths is that the ability to create his own one-man army with his ring and can send them throughout the universe. So it's got like unlimited range.
Ooh.
But the weaknesses is significantly weakened when avatars are away and unable to be recalled fast enough. Oh, so he can spread himself out, but he himself is weak when he's spread. That's my understanding of reading.
Okay.
Which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
We got Indigo, which is
the Indigo tribe.
Yeah, that's what their group is called, is the Indigo Tribe. They are able, their power is compassion. And they're most known to like help cure wounds and teleport. And they can replicate other lantern powers if they're nearby. So like, example, the Orange Lantern is close by. He can just do the exact same thing as the Orange Lantern. But yeah. What's the other one? Are we missing any? Oh, we got purple. We got love.
It's violet. Goofus.
Sorry, the violet. No, Amy, they're called the Star Sapphires. You silly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
What would that be instead of Roy G. Biv or Roy G.
Bip.
Bip?
Roy G. Biss.
Busting a biss.
I gotta bust a biss.
Excuse me.
He did what in a cup? Biss and cup.
Roy did what?
Roy G. Biss in a cup. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
So Violet Lanterns are fueled by their loss to spread. Wait. Violet Lanterns are individuals fueled by their loss to spread love throughout the universe. Deceptively powerful, a Violet Lantern power ring allows these champions to love and create crystal constructs, find and protect love in all forms when in danger, and fly through flies through space like other lanterns. A power unique to the Star Sapphires is the ability to telepathically see other people's past loves and force them to relive it. That's actually pretty dope.
That's a big move.
It's like Ghost Rider's like pen and stare. Instead of like
they make you see like you getting broken up with your last girlfriend. Just you sit there like no.
Dude, you know how horrendous that would be? I would hate that. I think I would rather have a pen and stare than have...
see how you die rather than see your last breakup?
No. Pen and stare is like you see all the sins that you've committed and you have them reacted upon.
Oh.
Like they're reapplied to you. I'd rather have that happen because I'm a good boy. Compared to my love life.
Which is non-existent.
Don't remind me. It's far more traumatic than my sinful life.
She's a lot more painful.
Yeah, the Star Sapphires have much more to hurt me with than...
they have more ammo
than Ghost Rider.
That's pretty good.
Okay. With that... should we move? Let's move on to our Avengers. How do we want to go about this? Do we just want to go through
just like, one by one?
Yeah, let's just do one by one. We don't need to read them off. We'll just
Same, yeah, because then we can see how long it goes.
Yeah. So let's start with the front runner of the Avengers, the one who started the entire MCU. His name is Tony Stark, otherwise known as Iron Man.
Tony Stank?
You shut your mouth. Stanley Lee. I feel like I don't know. So some stuff that could...
I can see maybe... I sit here and... I was also just barely thinking, like, I don't think anyone's going to be an Orange Lantern since Big Man is selfish and won't give any out.
I think that's my consensus. I don't think anybody's going to get an Orange Lantern ring in this.
Who will rip it off his dead corpse, though? Joe?
I hope Joe does.
Yeah, Joe Russo.
Oh.
From the Russo brothers. Duped. He thought it was a Joe Mama joke.
It was actually Joe Russo. You just got Joe Russo'd. Okay.
Is that one of their names, though?
Joe and Anthony Russo.
Okay, I was like, imagine if there wasn't a Joe Russo. Oh my my gosh. Are you Googling?
No.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, Anthony Joe Russo. Okay,
cool.
You know,
I can see Green Lantern for him.
I can see that too. Because he's like one of those people that like, he's not entirely like hopeful. Like he always like fears the future, but he's always constantly preparing for it.
Would he be a Yellow Lantern then? Since he's in fear all the time, he can use that to his advantage.
But I don't think that would classify him as like somebody who would like. He's not a bringer of fear. He's
a scared little babe.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that makes the Green Lantern a bit better then, since he's already scared of fear. Yellow's the only other thing that he has to add on to the fear of it.
Yeah, I think I like that actually. I think I could see Iron Man being a Green Lantern.
Because I feel like that's like the most like lantern that he is. Because I feel like he's not mad. Oh, I looked at your list and I saw Will Smith.
Yeah, Will Smith is a Green Lantern.
He caught me off guard.
So I wrote all like the lantern colors down, assigned with their like power, like what fuels them, and I just, instead of putting down just willpower, I just put Will Smith. So yeah.
Sweet mama.
What a start.
What a story mark.
What a story mark. What a story mark. I can't even do that. Let's move on to our next person. We got Steve Rogers, Captain America.
Wow. I love that for us.
I think
he'd be a Blue Lantern.
Yeah. I think that's easy to say that he is the symbol of hope. Here's America. That is America's ass.
Oh, we forgot to mention this when you were talking about all the lanterns. But someone that's gotten a blue ring, or is a Blue Lantern, is the Flash.
Oh, I did forget to say that.
Yeah.
But he's always like the one that's like motivating and wanting, like he sees an end where it can be a great outcome, which is, I think, the meaning of hope. He sees a good outcome in what's going to happen in every situation.
Because the only other thing I can probably think of that he could be is like maybe I can kind of see Will Smith. I can also see green or indigo. But I feel like hope is Blue Lantern is. Blue Lantern is like top.
Yeah. So Captain America, Blue Lantern. I feel like this is going to be quick. I think we'll go through every single name that we've written down.
Yeah. That's fine.
This one's a tricky one. And this is Thor, the God of Thunder.
Hey, it's Love and Thunder, so he's a Star Sapphire.
Okay, you need to shut your mouth because that's way too easy of an answer. Well,
he's Violet. Boom. Next one. No, we can think about it.
I've seen him.
I can see Red Lantern.
Dude, why are you in my brain right now? Because I'm like, I've seen him pretty upset about stuff, and he can be pretty scary.
Or
like the beginning of
Indigo. Sam, I think you spelled indigo wrong.
No, I did start to spell it wrong, and then I fixed it.
Okay.
I did it Indigo. I forgot the D, and then I randomly just put the D back in the spot. That's what she said. Cut that out, please.
Wow.
Leave it in. No.
Yeah,
so I fixed it.
But I can see indigo or red.
I think where Thor is at now, I see indigo.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to think of like where
peak.
Yeah, where they expressed their biggest emotional moment, like where they showed like. Were they showing the most in the compassion side, or were they showing more in like
The rage. Yeah.
Because I think of when he first, like you can see when he was abandoned in the first movie where he was exiled to Earth, he was pretty upset.
Angry. The whole lead up of him going.
Yeah, and like taking on the frost giants. Yeah, that whole beginning part.
Angry.
But actually, But as you think about it, his whole motivation at like the end of it, he gains compassion for the people around him. But it's not quite like
doing it for his dad too.
Mm-hmm. But if you look at Love and Thunder, he is pretty heartbroken in that movie. So he could be fueled by the purple violet lanterns.
The Star Sapphires.
The Star Sapphires.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, okay, now this is more okay.
Hayden, you're the tiebreaker. What do you think of all these emotions?
I'd say he's probably more compassionate.
Yeah.
He's always thinking about his like
other people.
Other people in his family.
Mm-hmm.
He becomes
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move on to our man Bruce Banner, otherwise known as the Hulk.
Otherwise known as a Red Lantern. Okay, next one.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I was looking at the list and I was like, do we really want 2 Red Lanterns right next to each other?
Well, that's fine.
I mean, yeah, but yeah.
Yeah, Hulk is an absolute red because he's
a menace.
Literally, the Hulk comes out when he's upset, when he's angry.
The trick is I'm always angry. Word for word, that's what he said. Yeah. I promise.
Except for when he's in love.
Yeah.
Then he's just a man.
What if that was a thing? Bruce Banner had his own ring versus the Hulk had his own ring. That'd be pretty cool. What would he have? I don't know.
I feel like that would be a thing, kind of like how we were saying with Thor, how he's also angry but also compassionate. So it's like one or the other, baby.
Yeah.
So I feel like Hulk is more
his
angry.
Rage is way bigger than
That's his whole thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Angry.
So now we got Black Widow.
Natasha Romanoff.
She's an interesting one because I feel like I don't know too much. I don't have enough of an emotional grasp on her.
I think based on the movies, I can see her also being Indigo.
Yeah, because she...
Or she can be a Green Lantern.
She could be too.
Will Smith.
I keep looking back to him. Will Smith.
Let's think about this. Black Widow.
It sucks because I'm trying to think of all of her like moments.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time since I've seen like all the earlier stuff, so I'm like only thinking of like Endgame, like when she sacrifices herself,
and
then and Black Widow.
Well, so like as like I'm thinking of like Winter Soldier and like
that's the problem. I don't remember them.
So I'm just thinking of like the different points of where she was at in each movie. She was like sort of. I feel like in Winter Soldier she was.
I feel like she's always just level-headed too, so it's like there's no like extreme emotion with her.
She's always been like somebody to help motivate and be able to.
Could she be a Blue Lantern then?
I don't. I don't know if it's. I think she's able to comfort more than I think bring hope. I think
But she's bringing hope to her friends, so like...
Yeah.
Because that's another thing.
I think I'm going to lean more towards compassion and put her in an Indigo as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I think just the role that she's been in, like her sacrifices throughout the whole series has been for others. It hasn't been like, oh, I need to do this for me. It's for others around her, and she's doing it out of her love for others, which is different from like.
I was gonna say, do we want to do Star Sapphire?
No, I don't think so.
Please.
I think she has more compassion for people more than love for people.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hard to define differently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been fun if she was a Blue Lantern. And since Hulk is a Red Lantern, it can be like, oh, she's the only one that can calm him down. Whoa.
But she's the only one that... Yeah, right. Fair.
Yeah.
Only one that can bring him down. The sun is getting down real low, Buster.
Okay, but imagine just the whole, like, just the movies in a different light, and, like, Black Widow as a Blue Lantern bringing down Hulk, and then just in Ragnarok when Thor's trying to be like, sun's getting real low, it's just not working.
That's funny. That's actually pretty good.
Looking at it in a different light of just, like, DC Comics instead of Marvel. Or just as lanterns, I guess.
Yeah. I really want a lantern thing. I'm excited for the Green Lantern TV show that James Gunn has put out. I know.
Me too. All right, our next one is Hawkeye.
Okay.
I looked at him while we were discussing Black Widow, but I was thinking, I can see him being compassionate. I feel like he's more compassionate than Black Widow. Because I was I feel like either one of them. Because I was thinking of, Green Lantern. But I also don't know him that well, so...
I try to thinking of his strongest relationships with people. Mm-hmm. And I think of the Scarlet Witch, Wanda, and his relationship with her in Age of Ultron. And his relationship with Kate Bishop in the Hawkeye show.
Oh, I haven't seen the show yet. What about a Blue Lantern? Because he's giving... he gives
he's motivating
people hope.
And he's
he gives people hope to be, a better self. I'm thinking of Age of Ultron when he's telling Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, hey... you guys can work with us and you can do better. And just how he's been doing that with a lot of people, with Black Widow.
Ooh, that's actually interesting to think about because Blue Lanterns help strengthen Green Lanterns. He's giving people the courage to move on from their faults or whatever. Scarlet Witch, for example. Her faults were that she was literally a bad guy. But he was able to be you're actually a good person. You can join up with us and make things right. Mm-hmm. And so he's able to strengthen people through his through his hope. I like blue. Let's put him down for blue.
Yeah, because I feel like Captain America would be the poster boy of Blue Lantern, while Hawkeye, they're both supporting people, but I feel like Hawkeye is support while Captain America is support but also helping the fight too, if that makes sense.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Well, never mind.
Helping the fight is also supporting.
Well, it just means emotional support. Jeez.
Fair.
Our next one is Spider-Man. Spider-Menace. He's a Yellow Lantern now. Next one, please.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Please.
Have you ever seen the movie Spider-Man 3? That man, when he gets his Venom suit, he is very angry. he's also very lustful and desirable with
He's a
Gwen
star
Stacy.
sapphire.
He is a star sapphire. Ooh. I think actually that's not a bad idea to put him down as a
Star sapphire.
yeah. Because
I was gonna say Green Lantern.
Actually, yeah, he could be a Green Lantern because he
Great
has
power
like
comes great responsibility, and great responsibility becomes great will.
yeah. Well, he has to like I don't know, like thinking about it too. Like I just keep on looking at the definition of willpower just I don't
Will
know.
Smith is not helping.
Will Smith does not put me on the right track.
Come on, help us out, man.
Yeah.
I like how I think we first started this off being like, we're not going to mention Will Smith. Now we're just mentioning him every other time we look at the list.
Yeah.
Don't look at him.
Scribbling out Will Smith.
Scribbling out the Smith part. No.
I'll look at your list.
No.
I could actually see him like he's always the one that's like no matter what I will go do something. That's always what I feel like
he's down to do whatever.
Well, not whatever. He's down to do the right thing no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And so and he won't like stop at nothing. Like he will stop at nothing to get his job done.
So what you're telling me is he has great willpower?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I was getting at.
Great
like
willpower
that.
comes great responsive willpower. Did it, everyone?
Okay, let's move on to Black Panther.
Ooh.
We're talking about
I keep
T'Challa.
on looking at your list of like what they are, and they're gone. Can't look at Will Smith anymore.
Okay, hold up.
Why are you doing this?
So we can't look at Will Smith.
Sam, the whole point was that I was looking at
The colors.
Oh, right.
Oh my gosh.
Let's...
Sam, why would I be looking at your list?
Why am I putting down Roy G. Biv?
Roy G. Biff.
Biff.
Biff Tannen.
Roy G. Biff.
Okay. I feel like we're throwing a bunch at Blue and Indigo. But
I feel like he's more blue. Maybe. Or could he be Star Sapphire? Or do you think he's more compassionate than loving?
I think... I'm just trying to think of everything that's happened to him. Because Civil War, he says the line, don't let hatred consume you like he's consumed me. But that was at the beginning. But he was like doing this out of like a...
Interesting storyline here. He starts off as a Red Lantern, but then becomes a Blue Lantern because he healed himself. So this is cool.
I think I do like him as a Blue Lantern. Because, like, you see him in the Black Panther movie. He
gives hope to all of his people.
Yeah. And he brings hope to the world as he's, like, bringing Wakandan, like, resources out to the world and whatnot. He's like, I want to build a better future for...
Bringing hope to everything and everyone. Hopeful little man. Next we got Scarlet Witch.
I've been thinking about this one. I think she is one of two colors.
Red Lantern, because she's scarlet. Boom. Next. No, I'm kidding.
So
I can see it.
I'm tossed between two things. I could see her being a Red Lantern, or I could see her being a Star Sapphire.
Me too.
I could see her being a Star Sapphire because in like the description from what I've read...
I think Infinity War, she can be Star Sapphire, and then post Infinity War, and I think right now with MCU she's a Red Lantern.
But I think she's fueled by the loss of her loved ones, though. Which that's a big thing with the.
That's the whole
with
thing
Star
with
Sapphire.
WandaVision was like, the whole thing is like, oh yeah, our love for people is what like makes the loss greater. I can't remember the specific line that he says.
Yeah, and like that's what according to some research that I've done previous to this, is like that's where I think I even read it on this recording, but like the people who are in the Star Sapphires are
Motivated by their loss.
Yeah, they're fueled by their loss of loved ones. So,
I like it.
There we go, baby.
We did it, everyone.
Now let's move on to Amy, please.
Vision.
Okay, we're not gonna. He gave you a chance, Amy. Next up, we're with Vision.
I'm keeping it.
It's not yours. Replaces it with the purpose.
That's funny.
Vision.
It's just like, okay, give me your chance. Oh my gosh.
I do not like your idea that you just did. I don't like that. Oh man.
Sam, this is too much work, so it's not gonna happen.
Let's just keep it raw of just that whole thing. Okay. Vision.
He's a robot.
He has no emotion.
I can see Indigo. Him being a little compassionate man.
I could see him being compassionate. But man, he's greedy as heck.
With what?
He wanted all the vibranium body to himself.
Oh, for me.
No. Yeah, I think I like compassion, the Indigo, because he's like the one that's like, we don't trade lives kind of thing, and he ends up sacrificing himself for everybody else, even though that just kind of...
Even though that's not what he really wanted.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, okay, never mind. I was
what
do you mean he sacrificed himself?
He
Thanos just killed him.
Yeah, after he brought him back to life after killing himself. Yeah, I think compassion's the move. Because just looking at all the other emotional spectrums, I don't see him being rageful. I don't see him being greedy.
I've never seen this man angry.
Yeah, I don't see him being like the embodiment of fear.
He's kind of scary if he gives you the big eyes.
Yeah, I think compassion is it. So, yeah. Let's move on to our next person.
Bucky Barnes. The Winter Soldier.
This is interesting. I want to put him down as a Yellow Lantern.
Interesting. I was going to say a Red Lantern. But thinking about it, I do like Yellow Lantern.
I think it brings more diversity to this episode. And also, I see him not... Well, I think... At the highest point, people, like, I'm thinking of the movie The Winter Soldier. I think that's where he shows his biggest emotions.
And I feel like people were fearful of him, but he was also fearful of everything.
You don't really see that in this.
When you look at his eyes when he grabs the shield.
He looks dead inside.
He has sad puppy dog eyes.
No, those are some eyes of lust. Change him to the Scarlet Sapphires, please.
Okay.
No.
If you insist.
Yeah, I think he brings fear more than he is angry. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I see that.
Mm-hmm. Next one is Falcon.
Ooh.
I think it'd be fun to make him a Green Lantern since Cap is a Blue Lantern, and they can just pal it up and high five. Insert high five sound. Just kidding.
Ouch. I agree with that, and I think I feel like he hasn't really shown like
any other emotion.
Well, I don't think
like as much.
I think his most prominent emotion is his willpower to like go through each obstacle. Like, so the thing is with Captain America, I think he is either a hope, like he's part of the blue or the green for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, I like to agree with you. Captain America and Falcon being that duo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really put it just because of that, but also it's a perk with it.
Mm-hmm.
But he shows more willpower than hope.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm.
What I just said. So yeah, I like that.
Nice.
And
our last one is Ant-Man.
The little guy. I think he is a Red Lantern.
He's an Orange Lantern.
Yeah.
He's selfish. He steals stuff. Put him down. Kill him. I can see him being Indigo or Violet. Because I feel like a lot of the stuff that he does is for his family. Or for, I guess, specifically his daughter.
Yeah.
Who's also part of his family.
And I think his most emotional moment throughout his entire storyline is when he loses his family when he comes out of the quantum realm in Endgame. Mm-hmm. Or even when he like in Quantum Mania, his separation from Cassie in that. So yeah, I could see him being I want to say Scarlet Sapphire, but it's a Star Sapphire. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that.
Sweet. Sorry, fellas, there's no funny lantern here.
What do you mean, funny lantern?
Because he's a funny man.
Oh, I'm like, what do you mean?
What's happening? Should we do a quick run through of everyone, or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Let's go. Do we want to go by colors?
Ooh, we could.
Okay, let's start with our main people. Let's do our Green Lanterns.
We got Iron Man, Spider-Man, and Falcon.
Sweet. I like those. Mm-hmm. Let's move on to our blue, our Hope. We
got Captain America, Hawkeye, please stop freezing on me, and Black Panther.
Okay. I thought there was a lot more Hopes in the group, but
I think because we just kept thinking about it, and then we were just like, no, we should switch it.
I think Compassion is actually our big one. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's do Compassion. Let's go to Indigo. We
got Thor, Black Widow, and Vision.
Okay, only three.
It's just tied with everything.
Yeah, 3, and 3. Yeah. Then let's do our Sapphires now. Our Star Sapphires.
We got Scarlet Witch and Ant-Man.
Okay, they're the losers so far. Good for them.
No, they're not. Don't worry. It's gonna change.
Yeah. Then let's do our Red Lanterns.
Which is the Hulk.
Oh yeah, it is just the Hulk. I'm like, wait, didn't we have someone else?
Yeah, wait, weird thing about Thor.
Yeah, that's right. And then our Yellow Lantern.
Bucky Barnes.
Bucky Barnes.
I think we should preface that I feel like most of these are like pre-Endgame / Infinity War.
I think, well...
Or like that's like the end point of like what our main reference is for everyone.
Well, my reference, my thought process is just like where were they at their most emotionally high? Like what brought them to their like what brought them to their biggest emotional moment.
Mm-hmm.
And I think these define it pretty well.
Yeah.
But for all those people who are really big Green Lantern people, like know a lot about the comics and all that, because I feel like I don't know a lot, and I'm pretty sure Amy's on the same boat here.
I only looked up Red Lanterns and I was like, the boys, look at them go, and that's it.
I feel like I really only know the Yellow Lanterns the most because I did that whole. I watched a whole bunch of stuff on like Yellow Lanterns and studying that all out for the
Justice League rewrite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. If you want another one of these, let us know.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot more Avengers out there.
Or just Marvel characters.
Mm-hmm. We can even do other characters too.
Mm-hmm. We thought about doing Smash Brother characters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that. Because I feel like it's harder to grasp. Like,
That's
what would I
true.
put down as Mario? You know?
He can be a Blue
I
Lantern.
don't know. I don't think I see him as a hopeful person.
Luigi's a Yellow Lantern.
Yeah, he embodies that fear. He's like, I bring fear amongst the people. And then he's like, oh, ow, 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 ow.
Can you imagine Sinestro being like, he's gifting him the ring and he's like, I sense great fear in you. I bestow this ring on you. And he's like,
He just like pees himself. He's just like, oh.
wow, wee.
Mr. Sinestro. This is not a good impersonation.
Add it onto the list.
I can't do it.
Let's go.
Yeah, Mr. Sinestro. I do not like it at all. You'd be like, oh, Mr. Sinestro. The only thing yellow is my pee in my pants right now.
Is this puddle I'm standing in?
Do you see this? And then you see Sinestro shriek in fear so much because he's disgusted by it that his Yellow Lantern ring comes off and immediately is destroyed. And
no, he's just in there just like, this ring wants him so much, but I don't want him. Well.
Yeah, on that note.
Thanks for watching. Join us in the next one where we have a video. Okay, bye.
Well, thanks for listening to this episode. If you liked this, you should go check out our other stuff. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave a review. Check out our other videos on YouTube where we have bonus content outside of a podcast. And if you like that, please like, comment, and subscribe to also help our channel grow. Recommend us to your friends so they can also enjoy the dynamic duo of a lifetime.
And check us out on TikTok and Instagram at AGS_podcast. And check out my art stuff on Instagram at Babby_Yammy. And we'll see you in the next one.
See ya!